are still on our road trip, and we thought it would be fun to come and talk with y'all about our daughters' names and why we named them that. We have 5 daughters, and we have very specific reasons, just like everybody else, for naming our daughters the names that we picked. Our oldest is Lily, Lily-O, or Lilo,
Bills, Lilo.
Until she was about a month from being born, she was Bella. I had just finished reading all the Twilight books and I was kind of obsessed, and I just loved the name Bella and wanted her to be Bella. And Clayton was positive that there was going to be a million other girls named Bella in her age range because of the same reason. And about a month before she was born, he said, "Kristen, if we only have one daughter, I really need her name to be Lily." So we changed her name to Lily. It's actually Lillian because we wanted her to have a more formal option for later in life if she wanted to go with something more formal. But she knows her name's Lillian, but she goes by Lily all the time. I don't even think that we talked about a boy name for her. We just waited till we found out the gender at about 21 weeks, I think. And then we came up with her name. Well, I mean, we changed it at the end, but we just waited. We didn't think of a boy name. Fast forward 2 years, we were pregnant with our second child. We were having a gender reveal party, and everybody had to pick a team. They were either team Lila Violet or Wade David. I had been watching a TV series called Friday Night Lights back when it was first on Netflix, and there's a character named Lila Garrity, and I just loved that name. I thought she was so sweet and cute. I knew for sure my daughter would come out with dark brown hair like her and dark eyes like me, and so I didn't know how to spell Lila at all. I'd never heard that as a name ever before then. I knew how to spell Delilah from the Bible, so I just dropped the duh and had Lila. And then Violet was her middle name because we had decided with Lily that all of our daughters would have a flower in their name, because in the Bible it talks about beauty and flowers and God's love for us. So we picked Lily, our first flower, Lila Violet, our second flower. Then we had our third daughter on the way, and we were keeping Wade David as an option since we hadn't used it yet. But our girl option, I knew I wanted a daughter named Ella. I love that name. It was my grandmother's name. So I love that name. But I didn't also want her to just have Ella like with Lily. I wanted a longer option, and I didn't want to use some of the more common things for Ella. So I had been reading a book about a girl named Penelope. It was set at the turn of the century, and she wasn't the best girl. Like, she was pretty rebellious, and that's not why I named her that, but I just thought the name was beautiful, and I wanted that for my daughter, a beautiful, uncommon name. So we picked Penelope. We call her Ella. I call her both pretty equally. He only calls her Penelope, but everybody else pretty much knows that both of them are her, and she goes by both. She calls herself Ella P because when she was little she couldn't say Penelope, so Ella P, and so she called herself Ella P. Her middle name and her flower is Rose. Then fast forward a couple years, and we were having number 4. Somewhere in there we had started talking about what the next name for a little girl would be, and we decided on Lucy. I love Lucy, the TV show. I love Lucy, and I loved that as a name. So Lucy was set. It was going to be Lucy. And so when it was a girl, we decided on Iris to be her flower name. So it's Lucy Iris. The boy name we had picked was in honor of my grandfather who had passed away. His name was Leonard. We were going to name a little boy Leo Joel. My dad and brother are named Joel. And Leo Joel is also a palindrome. It's the same forward as it is backwards. So the English nerd in me liked that a lot. And we still have that in our back pocket. We somehow moved on from Wade David. I don't know if Wade David would resurface if we had boys next. So down the road, we're getting ready for number 5, and our sonogram lady says, I'm gonna let you know a little secret. You're probably only gonna have girls. Sure enough, she checked and it was a girl, and we really hadn't talked about the next name. We didn't know what we'd want. We didn't even know what flower, because we've already used Lily, Violet, Rose, and Iris. We had a cat named Daisy, so we couldn't use that. So we're moving on, and I talked with my mom, and I had remembered that I liked the name Poppy. And she had said, you know, it's funny, your grandma, who had passed away, liked the name Poppy from an actress named Poppy Montgomery. So I was like, okay, great, I like Poppy. And a nod to my mom, she liked the name Grace. If she hadn't named me Kristen, she was going to name me Grace and call me Gracie. So we decided on Poppy Grace. Coincidentally, at the same time that we were pregnant with Poppy, the movie Trolls came out, and as you all know, the troll princess is Princess Poppy. So everyone thinks we named our 5th daughter after a troll, when in fact it's a flower. That is our 5 daughters' names. They, like I said, are all named after flowers. Leo Joel is still our number 1 pick if we ever have a boy, because we do plan on having another child. I don't know if we plan on having any more than that, but another one, unless God says different. So we're gonna keep up with Leo Joel, and we talked about a little bit about what we would pick if we had another girl. I think we're in agreement on the flower. The flower will be Magnolia. I like Charlotte Magnolia and call her Lottie. Clayton doesn't really care for that. I also like Leia Magnolia. He likes that a lot, so that's probably what we would go with. We're both big Star Wars nerds. So.
General Organa is what I would call her.
Yeah. And then so that's probably where we're gonna land. I like Magnolia as a first name as well. We could call her Maggie, but I don't know. We'll have to just wait and see. We've decided all baby names when we've already been preparing to have a baby and we're not in that place. So hopefully by the time we get there, we'll be prepared to land on a girl name, since, as the sonogram tech said, we'll probably have another girl. Though there was, a long time ago, I don't remember when it was, we decided that, this was back probably when we had 1 kid, maybe 2 girls. We said, wouldn't it be funny if we ended up with 6 girls?
What's the name that we picked if we had 6 girls?
We both love the movie
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life for Christmas. And there's one part when Jimmy Stewart's upstairs with his daughter, and he takes her petals. She didn't want to get crushed, and so it's Zuzu's petals. And so we said that we would name our 6th daughter Zuzu after Zuzu in It's a Wonderful Life. Now,
Wouldn't technically be a flower.
there's flower relation there,
Flower relation.
but I don't know if we'll go with that, because maybe that'll just be a nickname, okay?
Alright.
Just a nickname. Poppy is Pop.
Popster.
Popalopolis,
Pops.
which is hard because she has a grandpa named Pops.
Pop Diddly Hop.
I call her Lollipop,
Popsicle.
Pop Star, Poppy Tart. She has a lot of pops.
Peaceful Poppy.
Peaceful Poppy, patient Poppy.
Lila.
Lie. I call her Lie all the time. Lie bye.
Bye.
Penelope, we call Penelope has a lot.
She has a lot.
We call LP, Ellapi, Penelope,
Pine.
Nellie,
Lobe.
Penny. Lucy, we call her Lulu.
Wow, Lucy.
Wow, Lucy. Oh, we spoke those words in her life before she was born, and boy, is she wild.
Lucy Lou.
Lucy Lou.
Lucy Lou who?
Yeah, Lucy Lou who. Alright, so we thought that would just be fun, and I've seen a lot of videos on what people have named their children or their favorite baby names. And those are obviously my favorite, or I wouldn't have stuck them on my kids. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and